Hey y'all, Grandma Rose here. I am on a mission. I wanted to make a video show you fire ants. In the areas that I knew I had fire ants, I'm not finding much of anything. Right in here at the base of this tree, get out of the way, my shadow's in the way. You can see there's an anthill right there, but that doesn't look like fire ants right there. There used to be a big fire ant mound right there. And don't know where they are. And again, the same way, right over here, here's my clothesline. So right over here, there's my tomatoes, the tomato garden, pitiful tomato garden. And I remembered right here, it's a fire ant mound. But look at that. I'm not going to step in it. It's not a big mound. I guess the fire ants are underground. Either that or what looks like is I have hired a man that mows the grass for me. And it looks like he mowed over that mound and they haven't built it back up again. But yes, those are fire ants in there. Let's see if I can find another one. I remember where there was another fire ant mound. And I see it, but I'm not going to get in it. There's plants growing in it. Look at this right in here. Do you see there's metal? It looks like, I think that's part of a rain gutter, a gutter. And the fire ants have built their mound up over it. You see the flowers and the grass growing up in that? Well, that is a fire ant mound. Not a whole lot to see, and I'm not going to show you very much on that. But what I do have, I have a couple of videos on my computer that I took earlier in the spring, where I was being bad and I was messing with the fire ants. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back on my computer and I'm going to pull up those videos and show you some videos of fire ants, and show you me poking in the fire ant mounds and what they do. But if you live someplace other than the South where the fire ants are such a problem, you probably have heard people talk about fire ants and how bad they are, but maybe really have no idea of the magnitude of the problem. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go back inside. You see this mound right here. Here's some grass. Let me grab hold of this grass right here. And here's the grass. And if I pull on the grass right in there, whoops, look what happened right there. I did not even disturb that. You see that? The grass was not even growing there. There was a leaf. That leaf right there was covered up in part of the fire ant, the mound, and when I moved this plant, it disturbed that leaf, and look what those ants did. See that? So I'm getting ready to move. I have on flip-flops, and they'll find me. So let me move out of the way, and I'm getting ready to go on my computer, find those other videos, and I'm going to put a video together for you and show you what fire ants are. So I'll see you later, y'all. Okay, I know this doesn't look much right now, but in the summer, when I have things planted in these pots, this looks nice. But again, I wanted to show you some more fire ants. Last year, I planted some comfrey seeds that I had ordered, and the chickens have found this little comfrey plant. There were more than there in here. Right now, I think only one survived. And uh-oh, look at that, fire ants. Oh, there's another leaf. I think I can get this out. Maybe, without the fire ants getting me. Let me put the camera down. And I'll see if I can dig that up without getting fire ant bitten. Can you see that? Look at that. Those people are fire ants. And there were actually two plants in here. I got one of them out. There. And there are fire ants crawling on it. So what I'm getting ready to do is go put on some gloves. I did get bitten a couple of times. Be right back. Look at this. Look what happened. Haven't dumped the dirt out yet, but look. There's where the fire ants were coming from. That's where this pot was. Can you see them? Hey guys, you want to see something creepy? Scary creepy? This is a giant fire ant mound. Look at this. Look at the size of this thing. Let me see something. Put something in. Okay, there's my hand. Right next to it. Get some kind of idea how big it is. Okay, there's my hand on the ground. There's my, okay, back up. Hand on the ground. Don't know if you can see that, because I can't see it. Maybe this way, maybe. Okay, now, hand on the ground. That's how tall this thing is. See it? I'm going to move in closer. You can see what I'm getting ready to do. Getting real close. These ants aren't going to know that the camera's here. Watch this. Those are fire ants, folks. Look at those. How long has it been? 10 seconds maybe? I don't know, I didn't. Should have started a timer. A stopwatch. But look at that. In just that time, they have pretty much covered this mound. Nothing works. There is nothing. Maybe if you poured gasoline on it and set it on fire. But the thing, they go feet. They go huge distances underground, and it's really hard. It's really hard to kill all of them. And when I worked at Mississippi State years ago in the entomology department, this was before I went to graduate school. There were scientists in that department, entomologists, who were working on eradicating the fire ants and doing everything that they could, and they tried everything. And they finally did come up with a few chemicals that actually worked. But you have to use them for them to work. Ooh, look what I just did. I just dug up that piece of grass out of this ant hill. Let me get over here out of the shadow. You can look at see the ants swarming? Look down in there. There's their larvae. Or egg. I guess those are the larvae, not the eggs. Those are too big for the eggs. And some more down in here. I have really made these mad. Man, look at that. Look at that. Can you see that? Look at that. This is fire ants, y'all. And you wonder, those of you who live in the north, who have never dealt with these things, look at this. You see them moving the pee-pee around? Larvae, pee-pee, whatever they are. But the workers, where I disturbed this, they're moving that around. And you know, they're crawling on me, so I'm gonna have to move. Bye, y'all. Okay. So you've seen those fire ant mounds in the spring when they didn't have a whole lot of foliage, grass and leaves and stuff growing around them. And here they are now. What do you think? So, I have not put any poison on any of my fire ants yet this year. That doesn't mean that I won't. But not yet. But I might still. I haven't gone out in that field. I don't have a problem with about in the field. And we don't do anything. It's grown up. It needs to be bush hogged, so I'm not walking out there. I don't have any good boots, and I'm afraid of snakes. Well, I'm afraid of copperheads. Let's just put it that way. And I know they're there. So here's a pretty blanket flower. It's a Gaillardia blanket flower. I may do a video on this another time. But it's just a really pretty, it's a pollinator attractant. Right now it's just got lots of seed heads on it. And I see some that are falling apart that'll be good for me to collect the seeds on them. So while I'm standing here, I'm going to get some of these seed heads and see if I can find some seeds. So I'll see y'all later. Bye, y'all. See you next time.